Good morning. It's Friday the 13th, day 74 on the PCT. Got out of camp about 7 o'clock. I'm heading toward Glen Pass, so I'll keep you posted. That lake down there is like glass. I have no idea where Glen Pass is, but it's out there somewhere. Well, we're going up there somewhere. Okay, gonna put away the camera now. Okay, here's the typical snowfield this time of day going up toward Glen Pass. Nice boot track. It's still pretty hard, frozen, and you can see it's pretty low risk to cross. So we're going up there. Yeah, pretty well established boot track in here. Just kind of follow the footprints. So far, no real need for micro spikes. Okay, I'm gonna shut off the phone now. Okay, still heading up. Don't know exactly which one of these is Glen Pass, but here we got another snowfield. Really low risk, even though the sun is shining. It's still pretty hard. Looks like we're going over there. Looks like we go across this little snowfield somehow, navigate that little creek there and pond and get up to the trail over there. Yeah, another little snowfield with a well-established boot track. Snow is still pretty hard. Okay, came from back there. It's just some of the terrain in here. And we're gonna go over there, I guess. I don't really see much of the trail, just that little section. Okay, looks like there's going to be some more of this for just a little while. Well, that was a fairly steep rocky climb up to here, and now we got a switchback going up there. I'm guessing there's an additional switchback somewhere in there. I don't know if there's any truth to this, but it seems to me when in sections where the John Muir Trail and the PCT are combined, it's probably just that the PCT went into the JMT, which was already there. I'm not sure. But the JMT always seems to have steeper, rockier kind of climbs than the PCT. I don't know if that's true, but that's kind of what it seems to me. I guess by rockier, I really mean there's like a lot of these rock steps cut into the trail. So sometimes there's a lot of big step up type stuff. Good example right here. Okay, I got a little off trail here. There's some boot track coming up this way, but it's actually a switchback going over that way. So I gotta back down a little bit. Okay, still going up these rocky steps. Okay, not exactly sure where we're going. Seems to be a boot track here. It's probably fairly steep over there, so a little risky. I'm going to at least put away the phone and see how things look. Well, you can see that traverse, if you did lose your footing, could be a little bit risky. Might be a little hard to self-arrest, like maybe with an ice axe, I don't know. There's a lot of rocks down there, but it's a really well-established boot track, and even though it looks a little threatening, if you just kind of stay relaxed and take your time and step through it, it's just fine. I mean, I have almost zero experience with this stuff, and it doesn't seem too bad to me. Hey, you can see another hiker up there. That's where we're going. I'm not sure where exactly the pass is. Must be somewhere up in that area. Oh. Oh, it looks like he's coming back down a little bit. Okay, let's go. Okay, there's the view looking back from the top of Glen Pass, and Looks like we're going across that snow traverse, and then somehow there's some switchbacks going down. Definitely going to be microspikes and ice axe now. Okay, there's where I'm going. Wish me luck. Well, you'd have to be trying pretty hard to fall out of this boot track. Yeah, the really sketchy part of this descent has been all of the loose rock. You got to be real careful with your footing here, and it's going to take me a while to get down there where all those other people are. Yeah, this loose rock is really kind of difficult going, and then the kind of bouldering here, it's a little treacherous. You know, especially for me, my balance is not as great as it used to be, and so it makes it a little harder. Man, I don't know if there's a legitimate trail in there somewhere, but going over all those boulders was tough. I guess I'm trying to get over to that trail over there, but I saw somebody going around that way too. I'll be checking far out to see which is correct, or if it even matters. Man, that was some descent. You're starting from up there, you're going along that ridge there a little bit. Then you got the boot track that drops down. There's a couple of different routes people took. I took the one that went toward that rock area, and then kind of descended down here, and then around up to the trail here. So that was quite the trip. And I don't know what the future holds here, but I'm going to find out in a minute. Okay, still descending. It's getting a little slushier, but very firm packed. This is not so much a boot track down here as it is like a ski track, so it's a little bit slippery. And we still got a ways to go. Nice little Snowmelt Creek there. Everything else coming down. Taking it easy on that slippery snow. And we're going over there somewhere. Man, I'll tell you, I was severely outclassed by the under 30 set. Jeez, that thing was a piece of work. But I suppose for somebody, a 20-something, it was all in a day's fun. Oh well. Well, I'm going to see if I can find somewhere to get across without getting my feet wet. But I don't know, this may be the best option. Well, the stream is actually formed from two parts. One, looks like it's coming out of this lake over here. And I don't know if that's another part coming out of the lake. But looks like a possibility. if I can make it. Well, not too bad. This is more than like a lake crossing than a river crossing. Oh, this is a ranger station over here. Going down to the lake. Yeah, ranger station's a bit off the trail. I thought we would go right by, but I guess not. Oh, there is a trail up. Little bit swampy here. Well. Better put away the phone. You know, when I was thinking of doing the PCT, I had this sort of abstract idea of, you know, doing 2,650 miles and, you know, needing to do a certain number of miles today. And oh, by the way, there's going to be great views along the way. Sort of an abstract idea of soaking up the views. But, you know, making miles and soaking up the views are not necessarily mutually compatible. I mean, I've watched people just kind of blast their way through here and not even look at their surroundings. And, you know, probably on days, no, it's not even really true. On days when I'm trying to make miles, I still feel like I just gotta, you know, stop and soak things up, but it kind of creates a problem, and that is if I want to do long miles, I got to do long days. And so I have this little conflict going on here. I mean, you know, the scenery I'm seeing today is just phenomenal. But I can't be, you know, and it's not only phenomenal, it's difficult. Glen Pass was, for me, it was a lot of work and it was very slow going. So I don't know. I don't know what's going to happen with this hike. You know, I'm behind on miles. I'm certainly enjoying the scenery. I'm not enjoying it when I'm trying to pile on the miles and, you know, get a very early start and get a late finish. It's not working. It's not healthy for me anyway. So I'm just kind of, you know, wondering what to think about all of it. This just seems like sort of classic JMT or Yosemite kind of stonework. I haven't seen this on the PCT. It just gives it a bit of a different character. Well, I've been able to go barefoot across everything else so far today, but this definitely looks like a shoes-on crossing. This is Baxter Creek. I'm going to take my socks and insoles out and walk across in my shoes. Well, I made it across Baxter Creek, and just before I was getting ready to cross, a woman showed up, and I thought, oh great, she's going to cross. I can give her my phone. I don't know if that was such a good plan, but and then she could, you know, video. So I finally get a video of a river crossing. But it turns out she had a friend who was probably about 20 minutes behind, and I didn't want to wait, so she took a video with her phone and is going to try to email it to me. I don't know, it might be too big for the email, but you know, let's see. That's one of the problems with traveling alone. You can't document some of the cool stuff, like those two glissades down from Forester Pass and all the river crossings. So all I can do is say, well, I crossed the river, or well, I glissaded down Forester Pass. Yeah, it just doesn't have the same panache. Ooh, kind of a murky looking place here. Yeah. And there be skeeters. Gotta get out of here. Oh. I guess that's a trail over there. Wow, where's the trail? Alright, I better put the phone down. Alright, back on track. Finally, 800 miles. Seemed like that last 100 took forever. Well, that's it for day 74 on the PCT. It was quite the day. First off, we had Glen Pass. I found it very difficult and time-consuming. The climb up was steep. It wasn't terribly uh, technical. There wasn't a lot of snow or anything. It was just very steep, and there was a kind of a scramble at the very top. Going down, there was a pretty easy snow traverse, but I think what happened was the boot track was not maybe actually following the real trail, and it ended up in this boulder field. There was an awful lot of boulder hopping and sliding around on loose rock. So that really for me took up a lot of time. Then after I got out of Glen Pass, got out of the snowfield, there was some just amazing scenery with all the lakes and the trees and the rivers, and it was just I ended up taking a lot of time shooting pictures and videos. So all in all, it was a great day. I only made 10 miles. I hope I can get the miles up, but I was just thinking about that today. I mean, if you got to sacrifice enjoying being out here, enjoying the scenery to get the miles, then it doesn't seem worth it. So I'd like to get good miles, but I also want to enjoy the scenery and get some good pictures and videos. So possibly tomorrow will be Pinchot Pass. I don't know, I think it's about 8 miles to get there. Really depends on how much sleep I can get tonight, if I can get up early enough, and then get up there in a reasonable time. I don't think there's, snow is really such a big problem here anymore, because there's these packed down boot tracks, and I mean, I've had some post holing, but really not that much. A lot of it is just these very firm, packed down boot tracks that you're just stepping on. And yeah, it can get a little shaky at times, but I don't think it's, I think we're past the season where the snow creates a great difficulty. Anyway, but maybe that'll change tomorrow, I don't know. So that's all I got for today. I'll see you tomorrow.